Set to take the field, coming off back-to-back wins, scoring 61 and 56 points respectively. Welcome to Fox College Thursday as the Marshall Thundering Herd come to town to take on the Tulsa Golden Hurricane here at H.A. Chapman Stadium in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, you can see this is a big game for Marshall as they are tied in the loss column with East Carolina in the East Division of Conference USA. So they're now trying to stay even and keep the pace with East Carolina.
He's played a lot of football, and he's played quality football. Conference USA's MVP from a year ago, and he's playing his best right now, both physically and mentally. They've given him a lot at the line of scrimmage in the jet game to try to get him into the right play, the offense into the right play, and he's handled it beautifully. That's why they're scoring 42 points, which is 10th in the country right now. He's playing great.
And this is a special night for Marshall, the 43rd anniversary of that plane crash that killed 75 people, including almost the entire Marshall football team. For more on this, let's go down to Christina Pink.
Well, Justin, the players telling me that they are honored to wear that 75 on their helmets tonight in remembrance of those 75 victims of that devastating plane crash. They have already observed a moment of silence here on the field. And normally we would have had the opening kickoff already, but tonight Tulsa has pushed the kick back 1 minute to 6:36 Central, 7:36 Eastern time, the exact moment that tragedy happened 43 years ago.
May I have your attention, please? 43 years ago, the worst sports-related air tragedy in U.S. history occurred. A plane carrying 75 people associated with the Marshall University football program and flight crew crashed just short of Tri-State Airport near Huntington, West Virginia at 7:36 p.m. Eastern Time. Tonight's kickoff of 6:36 Central Time commemorates the exact time of that tragic event.
A really nice gesture by the entire Tulsa athletic department and university. They asked for permission. They asked Marshall if they would be okay to back it up 1 minute to commemorate and honor those victims. And I think that's really, really classy. They will defer. Tulsa will receive. Amaretto Curry will kick off. Zach Langer, Jatarian Douglas are back deep. Wearing those 75 decals, Marshall kicks off. We're underway. Douglas lets this one go over his head.
One of the better Marshall defenses of all time.
Yeah, this Marshall defense from last year to this year, unbelievable. They are 22.2 points per game better as far as allowing points per game. That's unreal.
Unreal and harder for a team that has a fast-paced offense.
On first down, Jatarian Douglas. And Douglas will get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's one of the best guys in the country when you just come to spinning the football.
On 2nd and 10, has to get out of the pocket. He does, sets and throws, and that pass is complete, this time to Smith. Quick pass, swung out. Caught by Gator Hoskins. Hoskins a couple of nice moves. Gets up to the 29-yard line, tackled by Will Barrow.
Gator Hoskins is a tight end, but he's also a slot guy. There he is in the slot. This is just a smoke route, which means turn around and catch the ball. Cato puts it right on him.
3rd and 10. Cato goes to his favorite receiver, Schuler, who dives for the end zone. Touchdown! There's that combination. Cato to Schuler. The 7th time they've hooked up this year for a touchdown.
Mitchell Osborne almost was able to knock this down. The linebacker who's really in a mismatch with Schuler, and that ball got right by him at the last second.
This is the difficulty when you get into an injury situation like Tulsa has had all year. They've got regular linebackers on. They've got to play a clean game if they want to stay close to the Thundering Herd.
On first down, the handoff is to Watts. And Watts will get a couple yards, setting up 2nd down.
I was thinking Tulsa was going to try to feature Watts a little bit more early.
How about that play, getting into the backfield by Stephon Houston, a true freshman. A loss of 5 on the play.
You're going to see him pop into the backfield on the end around The cut is missed by Chris Hall, and that play was going nowhere from the start. Robertson doing a good job of just protecting the ball, because on an end around, when you're running through that contact zone on the heel line of the offensive line and somebody shows up, I mean, that's a shock.
They were picked to win the West. You know, this is the conference champion from a year ago. They had their quarterback coming back, their Mike linebacker coming back, their running back coming back. It just hasn't panned out for them.
On first down, the pass is complete to Tommy Schuler, who gets 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up.
This matchup at the bottom of your screen is just going to get scorched.
Cato going down the sideline as Devon Smith into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's what happens when you pay too much attention to the slot guy. Somebody on the outside can really hurt you. At that time, Michael Mudo just with a complete and total coverage breakdown in the Tulsa secondary, Joel.
Well, that's because you're trying to walk out with a linebacker. So all the secondary's eyes have to go where? To the slot receiver that's the most dangerous, that came in with 65 catches.
These are just slim pickings for Tulsa's defense, and their injuries, and easy pickings for the Thundering Herd. Not even a great thrown ball by Rakeem Cato. He's going to look at that in film. He's very self-critical and be unhappy, but it didn't matter. There was nobody, literally nobody in the area.
The final 3 weeks in the Big 12. Dane Evans on first down, trying to set up the screen. Now throws across the middle, and that was almost intercepted. Neville Hewitt was right there. The pass intended for Kevin Lucas.
And you never want to throw a screen late, especially over the middle. Evans has to improvise a little bit, and when his receiver comes open, he throws it behind Lucas. An ill-advised throw, and
that is a massive number.
Stuart Butler in that tailback. How about the fake there by Cato? He'll dive, and he'll be marked down at the 34-yard line, gets 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Handoff to Butler, and Butler trips up at the right around the 40.
Get back into your route.
On 2nd down, it's Butler. Spin move, and he'll dive forward up to the 45. Jackson with his 2nd tackle. 3rd and 5 here. Cato rolling out to his right. Throws for Schuler, who makes the catch. Gets the feet in bounds.
Same situation, Joel.
And he just had to break off his route. This is what the miscommunication, or I should say nonverbal communication, is with a guy who's been in high school with the quarterback. He's going to the out route. That's what it was supposed to be.
Here's an opportunity for the Golden Hurricane to get some momentum in this game at home.
Talaferro in. They hand off to him. Not going to get that momentum as he gets the first down.
Guy Sean Jackson, they're going to send him on a blitz. He's right in the middle of your screen, but gets cut down. An excellent block at the line of scrimmage by Sebastian Johansson. Johansson gets him down to the ground, and he's the one guy in that middle linebacker spot that was going to run down something going east and west towards the sidelines. Great block. Gets him down, though.
New set of downs. Cato taking that shot to Hoskins. Touchdown. 22-yard touchdown pass from Cato to Hoskins.
When you have 3 guys run for 100 yards last week, you start to honor the play action a little bit more. Look at all the linebackers, the secondary people for Tulsa just freeze long enough for Gator Hoskins to be in that.
Tulsa has totally misplayed the first part of this game offensively.
The handoff is to Watts. Watts will get 2 yards. Jermaine Holmes, the middle linebacker.
Yeah, you got to feature what you got, which is Trey Watts.
On 3rd and 8, the screen for Watts. And Watts gets tackled by Rashad Myers. Off to a fast start here in the first quarter. The first touchdown pass, the high school teammates, Cato to Tommy Schuler. Then the next drive, it's Devon Smith who will go in. And on the last drive, it was Gator Hoskins. 21-0. Can Tulsa's defense get off the field? Cato. They will not get off the field as a pass is complete to Craig Wilkins. So on 3rd down, they don't go to Tommy Schuler.
And he's just going to come in right here, and this is the read, that linebacker. And if he stays down and low, then you're just going to come in behind him. He overplays that ball towards the sidelines. Excellent read.
So let's see if they can get off the field on this 3rd down.
3rd and 8. Flag on the play. Cato completes the pass to Craig Wilkins again on 3rd down.
One of the best players, linebackers in this conference and really in the country.
No doubt.
Fake one-way comeback the other way for Talaferro. Has the first down, and Talaferro gets tackled by Darnell Walker. Another first down here for Marshall after this 15-yard pickup.
I love it. They're going to fake a little bubble screen to the left, and then the blocker's going to slide around. Ends up being the wide receiver. Excellent execution. And Cato really sold that bubble screen.
Another third down, 3rd and 10. Marshall 6 for 7 on 3rd down so far. Cato looking for another tight end, and Devin Johnson. And Johnson, he's got the first down as he's up to the 9. It looked like maybe he was going for Schuler, but it was Devin Johnson cutting in front on that route.
And Devin Johnson, he's a guy that lines up on the inside, and he's just going to work again on another linebacker. These tight end linebacker matchups right now, way in favor of Marshall. Just an outcut
to get the extra yardage, and that's why he pulled off the first down.
Jatarian Douglas in the handoff to him. Tries to use the stiff arm, but there to make the stop is that freshman again, Stephon Houston, for a loss of 5.
Houston's got a great downhill nature to him, doesn't he? Flows inside out. Watch him come through number 3 and attacks that inside hip of the running back. That's excellent football from a young player.
Second tackle for a loss in this game already. A true freshman who made his first start last week.
It's a wonderful time of year.
Stuart Butler on the backfield, and the first play of this drive is swung out to Tommy Schuler, and Schuler's going to be marked out of bounds at the 29-yard line, picks up 4.
Little pick play here to get Schuler open, Joel.
Yeah, and I love the block. This is Devontae Allen on the outside. Watch this stock block. You love that term, right, Pete? That stock block on the outside, but Allen executed perfectly, and he's the one that opens it up.
And off to Butler. Butler breaks the tackle. Spins across the 40 up to the 42. Michael Muto with a stop. 13-yard run by Stuart Butler.
They need to get some positivity going here. At least hold on the ball for a second.
Again, it's Butler. And Butler kind of exploded through that hole as he picks up 10 and a first down. Sean Jackson with his 5th tackle. It's Butler again. Another good run as he gets 11 yards this time. DeWitt Jennings with a tackle.
I like the way that Butler is running within this space. Right now on this drive, there's a lot of space out there for the Marshall offense. But some backs, they don't know what to do with space. They'll run right into somebody or stop their feet. Butler does a good job of slicing forward and bending it back.
And off to him again. Why not, right? He breaks this one. Butler tackled down at the 10-yard line by Darnell Walker.
Boy, this is an answer from the Marshall offense, going right back down the field on the ground. Butler, supposed to be the 3rd string back, but you're right. He's got the wiggle and the cutback ability.
Cato throwing in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoskins. Why not go to your 6'3", 245-pound tight end?
Just another mismatch. That's number 27, DeWitt Jennings. He's the linebacker. He's going to blitz. Picked up beautifully by Talaferro, and then the recovery never gets there.
He really wants his players to embrace the history of this program. You mentioned the 43rd anniversary of that devastating plane crash. You know, coming into the season, every member of the incoming freshman class has to watch the movie We Are Marshall. That's just an example of that. And also, this summer, for the 2nd year in a row, he had his team run about 1.5 miles the distance from the field to the Spring Hill Cemetery, where there's a memorial set up for those victims, Jetson.
It is pretty cool what this whole program means to Doc Holliday, and as well as the Marshall School, the players, the program, the community.
Really nice run by Watts there, but absolutely, Justin, it's part of the identity of the program. It's part of who they are, and I think they do it in a very classy, very honorable way.
Well, and they elect captains every week. This week, James Rouse, Rakeem Cato, Montarius Lovett, Chris Jaspers were the captains.
The pass is complete to Tyler Wilson, but there on the tackle is Neville Hewitt, a pickup of 3.
And those captains, you know, Doc Holliday was going to address the 75, the anniversary, everything last night in his pregame remarks to his team, and he said he never had to. His speech, he just kept in his pocket because the captains were the ones that addressed the team with the significance of this moment, this game, and that 75 on their helmets. That's when he knew that they understood the importance of what was going on.
3rd and 2, and that pass is tipped at the line by Arnold Blackman. So now the punting unit will have to come on here for Tulsa.
Active hands from a defensive lineman. Can't get to the quarterback, get those hands up. Blackman does it, the junior from Bel Air, Texas.
Cato in the shotgun from his own end zone. Handoff, Talifero. And Talifero still on his feet as he goes down inside the 10 at the, picks up 6. On 2nd and 4, Cato, pump fake. Jackson got blocked, the spy, and a first down for Hakeem Cato. Michael Muto with the tackle after a pickup of 12.
Yeah, watch Sebastian Johansson wall off Sean Jackson to give some light to Hakeem Cato. A very nice job of getting in the way of
The LSU game, I would have said Florida State.
On first down, Evans. The pass is caught and then fumbled. And it's recovered by Neville Hewitt of Marshall.
And that's the second time Jordan James, number 12, has fumbled after a catch. You got to secure the football. This team has just been decimated by turnovers during the course of this season. 26 on the year. They're minus 13 in turnover margin. And this one is just a huge turnover in plus territory for Marshall. Taking care of the football is the biggest problem for Tulsa right now.
Gary Thompson is the guy, the linebacker that led. Big turnaround.
Cato on first down after the turnover. Completes the pass to the far sideline to Devon Smith. Cato's pass, wide open receiver is Gator Hoskins.
When he's been on the field, he's been lights out tonight. Hakeem Cato playing the best football of his life, and that just came right into this ball game. Tommy Schuler, a touchdown catch. Smith, a touchdown catch. Hoskins, a touchdown catch. A couple of them for Hoskins. So Cato is distributing the wealth. It's exactly what they needed to start the second half.
Second turnover of the night for Marshall. They hand off to Watts. It's 2nd and 26. Cato stepping up, has room with Grooms. Grooms room to run. And Grooms gets back up to the 29-yard line. Cato on third down, lofting one to Grooms out of the backfield again. They convert. Remember, it was 2nd and 26, and now it's up to the 48.
And Sean Jackson, who is the spy, looking at Hakeem Cato, gets caught in no man's land.
And what touch Cato puts on the ball right over the middle linebacker's head. Now that is beautiful. It's like a little free throw. And Dane Evans now only 7 of 20 for just over 100 yards.
Evans on second down throws, and he completes the pass to Robertson, who gets spun around and flung to the ground by Darrell Roberts after he picks up 2.
And both of those turnovers turned into points for Tulsa.
On first down, they swing the pass quickly to Gator Hoskins, who stays in bounds, takes a couple of tacklers.
And that's what we've seen here tonight.
2nd and 7. Cato throws, completes the pass. A first down to Craig Wilkins. Darnell Walker brings him down, a 15-yard pickup. 2nd down and 6. Talifero again. Nice cutback, and Talifero tackled by Jackson. A first down after an 8-yard run up to the 43-yard line.
Love how he chose the hole. Watch this little delay he gives as he's heading to his right. And Talifero right there, delays, hits the hole, and gets that first down. Excellent run.
Again, Talifero. Talifero, another good run, dives forward.
Marshall 9 of 14 tonight.
Watson gets the carry and gets the first down.
It looked like Cato was doing the right things in the exchange.
Hand off to Watts on first down, and Watts gets spun backwards by Jermaine Holm. It's a handoff to Jatarian Douglas up the middle, and Douglas will get 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Trey Watts is back in. They hand off to Watts. Watts trying to get outside, and a nice tackle that time by Evan McKelvey. Did not let him out of his grasp, a loss of 1. 3rd and 9 going into the wind. Evans taking the shot to the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Robertson. Darrell Roberts there on the coverage.
As well as Taj Letman. Letman was the safety. He comes in late. I think he got away with it, getting there a little early. He was trying, you could tell he had that arm up. He was trying to keep it from making contact. I think it probably made contact a hair early on Robertson, and Marshall gets away with one on third down.
They outscored Marshall 17-0 in that third quarter. Cato, his pass comes near side, complete to Devon Smith, and Smith has the first down. Cato throws, completes the pass. This time completes it to Craig Wilkins. A good run after the catch.
A lot of the offense, especially the passing offense, has been going right to left.
Cato throws short. It's complete to Devon Smith, who came back for that. 3rd and 10 for Marshall. Cato stepping up. There's the spot. He gets rid of it to Taliaferro, who has the first down. Taliaferro got tackled from behind by Dalton Rodriguez.
This is when a spy gets caught in no man's land. Watch as Sean Jackson, he's going to have Taliaferro, and now he's got to decide, well, is Cato running? So he comes off of his man, and Cato, an excellent.
Jatarian Douglas in the backfield on 2nd and 8. They give it to him. Douglas can't break free of the tacklers. Alex Bazzie, Rashad Myers. Marshall has to go a long way here. Cato stepping up. Cato's got some room to run. Nice cut, has a block now. And Cato will run out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
So all he has to do is keep playing his game.
Cato, a quick pass once again to Wilkins. And Wilkins gets spun around. He'll get another first down. The throw again is to Smith. Tulsa sideline saying that was not a catch, but the officials say it was a 9-yard completion.
Really good job by Smith, who slipped on the play and got back kind of on his hands and knees and scrambled forward to secure the pass, and he had his arm.
Cato throwing on 3rd and 1 and completes it to Tommy Schuler.
You know, that threw the whole drive out of whack, really forced this punt.
Dalton Parks has struggled punting tonight into this wind. A good punt this time to midfield. It's taken by DeAndre Reeves, and Reeves gets hit out of bounds. There is no flag there. 3rd and 8. Cato zips one to Schuler. Schuler, he gets taken down inside the 20, tackled by Will Barrow.
Sean Jackson comes on the blitz. He's going to be coming from that left side of your screen. There you see him getting blocked by the tackle, and Schuler just finds the hole behind him. Every time Tulsa has blitzed and Cato has had the ball in his hand, he's
Cato with time to the end zone to Schuler. Touchdown! They connected on the first score of the night, and now they connect on the first score here in the second half for Marshall.
Dangerous to leave a quarterback like Rakeem Cato in striking distance. That time Schuler comes free out in the corner. Had to wait for it, Joel.
He got caught in no man's land there.
4th and 11. Evans, pressure. Evans goes down. Sacked by Rashad Myers.
And even though Tulsa had such a rough night making mistakes, their talent and their depth really takes over down the stretch. Myers just keeps coming on the bull rush, gets his hands on Evans, so Evans can't even make one of those desperation throws.
But Rakeem Cato was the guy. His veteran leadership. A lot of times a quarterback will start to force it. Not Rakeem Cato. He was terrific tonight. 450 yards, 5 touchdowns on 57 pass attempts.
I really like how he knows when to put something on the ball because he has a very good arm, and he knows when to loft it up to get it over the linebackers. Great feel in the pocket, outside the pocket as well.
Experience what goes on in a quarterback's mind and through his eyes in practice, because they're not live.
Hand off to Taliaferro. Taliaferro, he's going to be down right 6-inch line. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Taliaferro goes airborne. Touchdown.
Is going to get their 7th win, keep their hopes alive for a Conference USA East championship, and ultimately to play in the Conference USA Championship. This is the only time that you have to go out there and learn. You can't learn this through osmosis. Dane Evans is, as we speak, learning those lessons.
3rd and 6 here for Tulsa. Over the middle, that is intercepted by Taekwon Lang, and that'll do it.
Saw that coming. Just desperation throws for Evans at this point. Nice pressure from Rashad Myers right in the face of Evans. Throws it kind of off his back foot, not able to step in it. It sails on him. Marshall could just end it now.
And the freshman, Taekwon Lang, we haven't said his number a lot.
This date, November 14th, means so much to the Marshall program. Again, back in 1970, 43 years ago today, it was the plane crash. The first time since then they're playing a game on the road on this day. And these players who are wearing the helmets with the number 75 decal on there representing the 75 people who died in that plane crash.
And we documented it as the game began, the moment of silence, the movement of the time of the kick to honor the time of the tragedy. A lot of class that Tulsa showed in hosting Marshall on a night like this, and overall very honorable endeavor for everybody involved.
Cato on 3rd and 1, passes to Devon Smith. He's going to stay in bounds. He's got the first down. That'll do it. Back-to-back touchdowns to close out this game. And they will move to 7-3 on the season, 5-1 more importantly in Conference USA. And they are tied with ECU in the East Division. They will hold those helmets up high in honor of those that were lost 43 years ago today. But Marshall comes on the road, overcomes all the turnovers, and gets a 45-34 victory over Tulsa.